The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's get it working.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action now. Winston. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Tack McKinley in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the toss, here's Ballage. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Geis. He's to the 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Toss play to Balaj. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here we go with Geis. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Running right, here's Sanders. He's got room to run past the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. the ground attack here. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And now out come the Jags. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll run here with Blanche. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. It's Geis on the counter, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They ended up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
Green, triple C. Ready, blue lady.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Darius Geis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a run with Geis. Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Easy, easy, easy. Let's go.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Geis receives the pitch. Finding room inside the 40. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there out of Geis. And even 50 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Geis this. They'll try to run it. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Darius Geis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Another run with Sanders. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A give running left, it's Sanders. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Our update now from down in Miami. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd and short. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Hot!
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Detroit! Hot!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Jameis to throw it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big third down play there for the Jags. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Geis alone in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now out come the Jets. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They're 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Now they'll run it on the toss. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know, they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll drop it off to P-Ryan, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Line. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Jacksonville, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll be back home next week to...
They were my business on the front page. I threw precision in your frames. I had the vision back in 12th grade that I'd be killing with Dr. Dre.